Why ain't nobody talking about Dr. Evil?
They saw the trial data. They saw myocarditis, pericarditis. They saw Bell's palsy. They saw these miscarriages from the women who were pregnant, who participated in the trial, and they all took the shot. They knew it. Fauci, I pray that man, boy, I pray he...
She went out talking about Tony Fauci, and here are her allegations.
I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents.
What?
The virus's lab leak origins and his role in directing U.S. funding for this dangerous research.
That bitch is right, though.
Now.
I'm finna look. You just threw that man an alley-oop.
Still resistance from the CIA to comply with the law we passed to declassify all the COVID information.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way.
So we cannot be racist. You know what I'm saying?
Real rock from the rock. An unusual musical happening in a most unusual place. Yeah. The state prison. Yeah.
Big Bass Life with another informative video, man. Big news. I'm talking about a topic nobody is willing to touch. Why ain't nobody talking about Dr. Evil? That's right. The white devil. The white T-devil that had everybody running out getting a jab. Black people, for the most part of it, was targeted. You know, I know it was a big freaking deal when I seen Juvenile talking about,
A handsome young brother, won't you vax that thing up?
that's when I knew it's a problem. For centuries and for historic reasons, we have been targeted all the way back to the Tuskegee experiment.
They were told they'd get treated for their bad blood. Instead, hundreds of poor black men became participants unknowingly in a shocking and truly shameful chapter of American medical history. In 1932, the United States Public Health Service launched an unethical research project to examine the effects of untreated syphilis. The project was called the Tuskegee Study because it recruited 600 black men living in Tuskegee, Alabama. Researchers told the men that they were being treated for bad blood, a term used locally to describe anything from fatigue to anemia. They promised the men free medical treatment if they participated. While 2/3 of the men in the study were confirmed to have syphilis, not one received proper treatment for the disease they had contracted.
So this was a study in which there was no consent on the part of those who were being studied, also deception on the part of the U.S. government.
So when they came out with this jab, telling everybody, oh, you have to go get it. Oh, you have to go get it. Families were broken up and split in half. I think I was even put in a tough situation with my family. I'm arguing with my own mother about the jab. And she's super pro-black. But lo and behold, when we talk about that plantation mentality, when that jab came up, people were following their favorite celebrities, their favorite rappers, just to go out. But all praise is due to the Most High. We had a brother like Rizza Islam. Now y'all all know Rizza was going at it with young Pharaoh.
Cut me off while I'm talking. Thank you. I'm going to answer your inquiries, and I'm going to answer the see you in the ring one last, because I'm going to answer them in the order they were received. Now, please let me talk.
And then young Pharaoh, backed by the powers that be, came to Houston, got in trouble, baby mama drama, got hooked on drugs, got locked up a few times. Now, who looks crazy now? But any two ways, ain't nobody talking about Dr. Devil. Dr. Devil is ducking court. Anyway, let's check this out.
you said, now this is only for federal crimes, so could a state still charge him with a crime?
Yeah, if a state crime applied to some of this conduct, a state could charge him, convict him, and the pardon from a president would have no effect whatsoever. So it would have to be in that state. The governor of the state would have to be a pardoning power there.
How does this work if the statute of limitations has run out?
Well, some of the offenses, the typical federal statute of limitations is 5 years. So meaning if you commit an offense over 5 years ago, the federal government can't charge you with that. However, he may have, I think there's been testimony in Congress that may have been within the 5 years. The other thing that's interesting, if there was a conspiracy, even if he stopped doing anything, 5 years ago, plus if the conspiracy continued, meaning to hide documents and other types of things beyond that within the 5 years, everyone involved in that conspiracy could still be charged. So he may not be off the hook if there's a broader conspiracy to be brought, or if his testimony was within 5 years. So those are sort of two key things to look at. But if everything he did and everything ended over 5 years ago, he may be in the clear, but I don't think it'll be that clean cut for him.
Still resistance from the CIA to comply with the law we passed to declassify all the COVID information?
Yes.
One of the things that I think is new today that I'm hearing from your testimony is that from an early period of time, you believe, and the information you're aware of, is that CIA scientists from an early time after the pandemic began, 2020, 2021, were concluding that the lab leak was the most likely hypothesis?
Yes, Senator.
Like all black men, they try to discredit us, right? So they hit this brother and had him on the disinformation list.
5% of all the misinformation online about vaccines is coming from 12 anti-vaccine social media accounts. The Center for Countering Digital Hate calls them the Disinformation Dozen. The report says they all have large followings on social media platforms. Some accounts are even backed by large companies. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is one of the Disinformation Dozen, as well as Dr. Joseph Mercola, who is known for selling dietary supplements as vaccine alternatives.
And they was targeting him to try to bring him down in terms of him bringing out the information to the black community. Just like back in the days when they did the Tuskegee experiment, right? Anyway, my brother has been on a crusade fighting, going to court, beating these charges they putting on him, going through different situations like the death of his mother, may she rest in peace, may Allah be pleased with her, and going through a lot, but standing firm. And when you stand firm, good things happen. Evil people, Dr. Evil, eventually they get what's coming to them. But any two ways, listen to what my brother was talking about.
He's in the news now, but he's in the news now because he was actually subpoenaed because he is refusing to testify about the origins of COVID.
Now.
I'm finna look. Alley, you just threw that man an alley-oop.
Now, I'm not going to take it over, but all I need is for everyone who even remotely disbelieved what we said to be quiet and apologize. Apologize to people around you because Fauci lied. That bastard has investments in the Ukraine. The United States has investments in over 20 pharmaceutical companies in the Ukraine. They knew about COVID. They helped to manufacture it. They knew what they were doing. Anthony Fauci did it through Eco Health Alliance. They knew what they were doing. They saw the trial data. They saw myocarditis, pericarditis. They saw Bell's palsy. They saw these miscarriages from the women who were pregnant, who participated in the trial, and they all took the shot. They knew it. Fauci, I pray that man, boy, I pray he gets put under the jail. Really, I really pray he gets put in front of a firing squad, specifically. Him along with the rest of them, because they helped to experiment on over 5 billion human beings on the planet. 5 billion people took the first dose of those shots. 5 billion. So, yes, I really, really pray that they put him in front of a firing squad, that he dies by lethal injection, something.
Well, we'll see what happens because he refused. He didn't show up.
It's only so much he can do to refuse, but he's going to get subpoenaed again. They're going to bring him. He can't refuse after a certain point. He tried to leave the country. He was quiet for the last 2 or 3 years.
So what I want to say to you, because I know you'll have a great answer for this, when someone who is a Caucasian male in a suit is talking to you, why are we trained to think they're telling the truth?
The white man.
Why do people just say, "Oh, that's word"? Like, I don't get it.
They still believe the white man is God, brother. Sincerely, psychologically, there's an addiction. There is an illogical addiction to whiteness.
There he goes.
Yes, that devil, him, Anthony.
As soon as he started talking to me, or if he ever started talking to me, I'll be like, what the fuck kind of trouble am I in?
Right.
What is this gonna be? What the fuck is happening?
Sincerely. Because, every time he opened his mouth and he was talking, I said, wait a minute, that violates 10th grade biology. What are you talking about, the immune system? You have something called, the innate, natural, God-given immune system, but then they were talking about something called hybrid immunity, meaning immunity that you build by your natural immune system and including a vaccination. That is not a medical term. They were making up all kinds of crap. Scientists all over the world right now are researching the fact that now there's turbo cancers. Now people who took the COVID shot have these massive tumors. All the data has come out. I'm talking about they've done a study on 14 million people in Japan. And they've determined all of this, brother. Everything we said turned out to be true. Currently, the Disinformation Dozen, myself and 5 members of the Disinformation Dozen have a lawsuit against the federal government right now because of what they did to us by shutting us down. We could have saved hundreds of millions of more people's lives, brother, if they didn't shut us down. It wasn't about the views or none of that. The main reason why they going after Fauci now is because white people started getting affected too. I'm just letting y'all know that's why.
So in layman terms, all the pills you take is because of something they put in you.
Yeah, back then, they was giving me that work. I was getting that work back then. They was like, oh, you a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you so pro-black. You're pro-black this. You're pro-black that. Man, you don't trust. When you go to the grocery store and eat, you ain't about white people then. You go to the hospital and do this, like, man, like black people, man, we make excuses for everything. Hence, Cyrus Carmack Belton, Carmelo Anthony. Need I name more? I mean, people went out in droves to get that jab. And a lot of people passed away from that. That's another thing we're going to find out. You had a lot of football players, NFL players, NBA. You had a lot of people that were dealing with this. Even in my family, a lot of my people were going out to get that jab. Right now today, I stand on it. I said I wasn't going to get it. Be damned if I get it, and I'm all right. I'm good. Never contracted anything. I remember my ex, her and her kids, they got it. Everybody got the jab, and you know what? They ended up later catching it 2 and 3 times. Talking about quarantine. I said, no, I'm not quarantined nowhere. Y'all take y'all ass to go to a hotel and quarantine. I'll be here. And I never, not once, not any time. And I was traveling during this time. Any 2 ways, what you say? Because a lot of y'all went. I remember a lot of people went against my brother. Oh, he one of them old Muslim dudes. They just be talking. Yeah, a lot of y'all went against it. But it goes to show, y'all trust the, white ice is colder. You don't trust the black man. And I move on my spirit. When my spirit tell me something, and I'm like, nah, that don't seem right. Then they went full-fledged tap dancing. You got to vax that thing up. You can vax that thing up. Yeah, they went all the way in tap dancing. Negroes and niggettes went to right along. Any 2 ways, this has been Big Bad's Life with another informative video. What say you, man? Drop a comment. Not a dumbass comment, but drop a comment.
Let go, Big Bad's Life. How you serve life? Come home, ain't lost a step, yet he still that nice. Who you know that real can live that life? Still get paid just to kill that mic. Boom. Guess we just walked into the room with the Mac from LA, making you say zoom. Tune into the greatest show on earth. Take the money, the women, and the fame. Now what's it worth? Millionaire close. Switch my style, cause I can. Black China man. Billionaire flow. Wakanda forever. Neverland talk as long as I'm walking. I'm a passport stepper. Big game rapper. Flight attendant fetcher. Danny Glover, brother, using a lethal weapon. Every time you hear me, better every session. Ain't nobody near me, watch me giving lessons. This is how we zoom. I'm with a tribe full of brothers who be showing us love. This is how we zoom. No time for hating, get your passport and bro, hit us up. This is how we zoom. I'm with a tribe full of brothers.